Greatest joy I have about being the CEO of Renew Financial is that every time we do a project, every dollar we finance, you can also count energy savings, you can count greenhouse gas savings, you can count jobs that got created. It is an amazing experience to be part of something that just has so many good elements to it and that so many people have embraced. I have two kids, they're ages 5 and 10, and they're both crazy boys who take up a tremendous amount of space in our small house. I got incredibly committed to climate advocacy and climate policy work really after my first son was born. It is amazing. It is a little bit trite, a little bit overused perhaps to talk about what happens when you have a kid and how it changes your perspective on what you're doing. But having my first child changed my perspective on climate. It made me focus my life on how I could make a difference in this space. It started with the work I was doing at the City of Berkeley, and it's continued through all of the years that I've been able to lead Renew Financial to today. So having kids, being part of a community of people with kids has made me a huge believer in and a huge advocate for taking aggressive climate action. Until recently, I don't think my kids have had the slightest understanding about what I do. But recently, my older son started asking a lot of questions about climate change. He's been learning about it in school. I was in a car with a friend and my son was in the back seat. And climate change had come up and he was asking questions about it. And my friend, not in this industry at all, says, do you know that what your dad does is to combat climate change? That his company is one of the foremost leaders in the country at helping us to solve the climate change problem. And I don't think my son had any idea until that moment that the work that I do every day relates to this big problem. And it was really powerful. And now he talks about that a lot. It's very powerful for me. It's very powerful for me.